All right, so going off of Paul Thomas Anderson, at Bizou wants to know, is Paul Thomas Anderson a director that could hit a Spielberg level?
It depends. I mean, the one thing about Spielberg, one of the things that makes Spielberg Spielberg is that he does everything. He can do everything, and he can have Oscar-nominated films in every genre imaginable, whether it's sci-fi, period piece, heavy dramatic, comedy, animation, whatever. I mean, he just does it all. I think for P.T. Anderson, who's still, in relative terms, in Spielberg and Scorsese terms, he's still very young in his career. Could he get there? Yes. But I think a guy like that would have to diversify. I'd love to see him put out straight-up comedy. I'd love to see him put out a sci-fi film, you know? And let's see what he can do in that sort of realm. And then we can start talking about whether he belongs on that Mount Rushmore that we're always talking about. Can he get there? Based on the work he's done so far, yeah, he could. He very well could. What do you guys think?
I mean, talent-wise, potentially, yeah, he could, but I don't think he will in terms of the mass influence over movies, because Spielberg is, you know, a lot of his movies appeal across the spectrum to a lot of different people. Right. P.T. Anderson doesn't really do that. His movies are much more niche, they're much more indie, they're much
art
more...
house in some ways.
Exactly, and I don't see that changing. I mean, he may open it up a little bit, but I just don't see him going that full, like, Jurassic Park, you know, type of thing.
Yeah, his career is totally, he's not even in the Spielberg universe. Like, I would say he's like in a meter moving towards a Scorsese type of level where he can do a lot of different kinds of genres, but he has a specific style. Spielberg is Raiders of the Lost Ark, Jaws, Close Encounters. I mean, the list is endless, and they're like giant blockbuster movies that are incredibly well done, but he has such a specific style to his filmmaking that you can always kind of tell it's a Spielberg movie, just like Scorsese and Anderson, but it's in a different way. It's not like Anderson started out and he's like a young Spielberg. That's why I would put him in the camp of more of like you said, an art house type, or if he's gonna keep developing, he's gonna develop more into a Scorsese, like trying different genres, but within his own wheelhouse of style, so.
All right, what's next?
All right, the next question comes from @RockFan360. Critically, speaking, and not based on box office, do you think that PG live-action family movies will ever make a comeback?
Have they gone somewhere?
Yeah, where did they go?
Yeah,
they're still around.
Yeah, I
Box
mean,
Trolls right there is PG.
It's great.
Yeah. And it's number 3 at the box office.
I mean, I mean, it really depends. Are we like when I think PG? I think I just put PG and PG-13 in the same mix.
Right.
And if you're doing that, then Avengers did pretty good, and it's pretty critically loved. Captain America, X-Men: Days of Future Past. I mean, I think yes, I believe live-action PG films have not gone anywhere as far as how good they are. They're great.
I think maybe they're talking about Oscar or nominations for Academy Awards, but then maybe like it leans towards more PG-13 R-rated stuff, so maybe that's what he's asking about.
I see. He's live action. I misinterpreted. He's not talking about animation. He's saying live
action
PG.
but yeah.
Well, guys, Annie's coming out, and I know everyone's gonna. Let's not talk about Annie. Yeah, PG. You know, that's a test for somebody. Like, hey, let's make some PG live action movies and see what happens. I can't really think off the top of my head.
Well, I just listed off a whole bunch of them.
PG-13.
Right,
yeah,
but I kind of just see the line is so indistinguishable between PG and PG-13. Now, family, that would be different, but PG, I just kind of see that as one thing.
I guess you'd have to say G-rated. Like, it'd be like, I'm not going to go see a G-rated movie. Why not? You know, I mean, imagine if a G-rated movie like blew up and was like $1 billion franchise. It's made of shapes with feet.
All right, time for 2 more. What do we got?
All right, this one comes from @LucasCunhanovo, asking, what do you think about Michael Bay directing a Call of Duty movie? That would be the most epic action movie ever made.
Look, as much as everybody, let me start this again. All right, a lot of times the wide film-going audience fan we are really a bunch of bandwagoners. I mean, that's what we do. We do it, I do it, you do it, we all do it from time to time, right? We try not to, but we all do from time to time. And right now, the big bandwagon thing is to hate on Michael Bay. If you don't hate on Michael Bay, you're not cool, right? That's the thing. And look, I hate Transformers 2, 3, and 4. But And let's step back for a second, okay? Michael Bay made The Rock, and I love that movie. A lot of people love Bad Boys. I thought he did a good job with Pain and Gain. Armageddon is one of my big guilty pleasure movies, as a matter of fact. So, a Call of Duty movie? Hell, if you were going to ask me, hey, what would be the perfect project for Michael Bay next? I'd probably go Call of Duty. I think that's an excellent question. And yes, I do think, because everybody knows how much Michael Bay loves the armed forces. He loves the armed forces. He works with them closely in a lot of his movies. He has a deep respect for it. I think he would give us something that's bombastic and fun. Go ridiculous with it. Don't have dangling testicles of a giant monster robot that they have to fight, and we'll be okay. I think that would be a great fit, honestly. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you just changed my mind, because I was like, no, Michael Bay, because Transformers is still in my face.
Yeah.
But yeah, move that out of the way.
Like giant
and it's
robotic testicles.
Yeah, giant testicles, and then a dog peeing on a robot, it hiding behind a house. All they get it out of here. But yeah, Pain and Gain, I love that movie. The Rock, I'm a big fan of it. So Michael Bay is a good filmmaker when he's, I think, I don't know, I'm sure he was invested in Transformers 4. That thing is just a weird nightmare. I don't even know let's not talk about it. But, Call of Duty, why not? He would probably do a really good job with that. So.
Well, I disagree with the tweet that it would be the most epically awesome action movie of all time. I do think it's a good fit, because I haven't played any of the recent Call of Duty games, but the ones that I have played, while I'm playing, I'm playing a Michael Bay movie. That's what I felt like. And so he is a perfect fit for it. And so I think it actually would be good. So
yeah, all right, let's take one more question for the day.
All right, at Marvel Maniac 25 says, please pick me. Which mutants would you want to see in the new up-and-coming Deadpool film?
Well, look, I've been on record. I'll say it again. It does not have to be Ryan Reynolds. I really want it to be Ryan Reynolds. I mean, it makes sense. I think he's great for it. I think he did a great job with it in that terrible Wolverine film until they did everything to him that they did. I thought his voice was perfect for it in that little clip. He's been the champion of this film. He's been the cheerleader trying to really push this thing forward and use his influence to get it made. I would really like to see Ryan Reynolds. If it's not, it can still work, but I'd like it to be Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with my top choice, Abe Vigoda. Second, Christopher Walken. Third, Ryan Reynolds. That's how it's going, guys.
yeah, I'd go with Ryan Reynolds, just because he's so passionate about the project.
Yeah.
And we've seen the little test, and it worked.
Yeah, worked great.
Hey everyone, if you liked this video, click that thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free and helps you stay up to date with all the latest movie news, as well as our daily AMC movie talk show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Facebook and Twitter to stay up to date with all of our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.